Okay, another factor, atomic size. The energy required to remove the electron will be high or low. It depends on the size of the atom. This is one of the atom which contain 1, 2, 3, 4 cell, and this is one of the atom which contain only 2 cells. So if you want to remove electron, here you have to remove the electron from the second cell, here you have to remove the electron from the fourth cell. You know, as the distance from the nucleus to the outermost cell increases, force of attraction decreases. Here force of attraction will be more because distance is less. So as the size of the atom decreases, the force of attraction between the valence electron and the nucleus increases. That is why it requires more amount of energy. But as the size of the atom going on increasing, the valence shell electron is far away from nucleus. That is why attraction decreases, so you can remove it easily. So atomic size is one of the main factor to determine the ionization enthalpy. If the size of the atom is large, ionization enthalpy is less. If the size of the atom is small, ionization enthalpy required high. So this is one of the factor. Number 3 factor, which is called penetration effect. Penetration effect of electron. What is penetration effect? You know, first cell contain only one orbital 1s, second cell contain 2 subcell 2s and 2p, third cell contain 3 subcell 3s, 3p and 3d, and fourth cell contain 4s, 4p, 4d and 4f. Now, suppose you want to remove electron from the fourth cell. Now, fourth cell contain number of subcells. If you want to remove electron from this s orbital, or if someone try to remove electron from p orbital, or if someone try to remove from d orbital, energy required will be different. The highest energy required for s orbital, then p, then d, then f, and that is called a penetration power, penetrating effect. As you know, the shape of s orbital is spherical, shape of p orbital is dumbbell. Due to spherical shape of s electrons are more penetrated by the nucleus. I mean, s electrons are more attracted by the nucleus, and that is why it is difficult to remove the s electron, s compared to p electron, s compared to d electron, s compared to f electron. So that is why, although they are present in the fourth cell, although they are present in the same distance from the nucleus, but energy required will be different due to presence of different subcell. So due to spherical shape of s electrons are more penetrated by the nucleus than p, than d, than f. That is why it requires more amount of energy to remove the electron from s subcell. So this is called penetration effect of the electron. Another factor which is called screening effect or shielding effect, or shielding effect. This is also one important effect. Now suppose this is an atom, what is screening effect? If you want to remove this electron, suppose first cell is filled up, second cell is filled up, third cell is filled up, and fourth cell contain one electron. Only one electron is present in fourth cell, and that electron you try to remove from the atom. Now, actually how much attraction should take place between this valence electron and these protons? That much attraction do not take place due to presence of the inner electron. These inner electrons, I mean third cell electron, these are the electrons, suppose. These electrons act like a screen, due to which the force of attraction between the nucleus and the valence shell electron going on decreasing. But suppose this is one nucleus, this is first cell, second cell, you want to remove electron from second cell. Here no such shielding effect takes place because only one inner cell present. This will happen in case of larger size atom. As the number of cell going on increasing, inner electrons also going on increasing. So if the number of inner electron increases, I mean inner side cells, then due to presence of inner electron, they have some repulsion between the valence shell electron and this inner electron, and due to this inter-electronic repulsion, the proton will less attract the valence shell electron, and which is called the shielding effect. Shielding effect means nothing. The repulsive force between this inner electron and the valence electron. But suppose first electron is vacant, first cell, second cell, third cell, these are vacant. Only fourth cell contain one electron. Then the nucleus will attract the valence shell electron more, and which is called the actual nuclear source held by the valence electron. But you do not get the actual nuclear source due to presence of the inner electron. And this effect is called the shielding effect. It is also called screening effect because the inner electron behave like a screen, and due to screening behavior, the electron is less attracted by the nucleus. For example, now you are looking at me, so you have some force of attraction with me. But if we apply a screen in between you and me, then what happen? You can't see, and that's why the force of attraction automatically going on decreasing. So like this way, this inner electron act like a screen, and due to this screening behavior, the force of attraction going on decreasing. So that is why as the shielding effect or screening effect increases, ionization enthalpy decreases. I mean, as the screening effect increases, force of attraction decreases. That's why you can remove the electron easily. I mean, the energy required will be less. So that is why conclusion, as the shielding effect increases, the force of attraction with the valence electron and the nucleus decreases. So ionization enthalpy also decreases. And last, number E, factor, electronic configuration. This is the main factor, electronic configuration. Already you have got the electronic configuration. You know some electronic configurations are called stable electronic configuration. What type of electronic configuration are stable? Those electronic configuration which contain half fill P, half fill D, full fill P, full fill D orbital, that type of electronic configurations are stable. So those atoms which contain full fill P or half fill P, full fill D or half fill D, for that type of electronic configuration, if you want to remove electron, then energy required will be more. You know noble gases contain completely filled orbitals, and due to presence of completely filled orbitals, it is very difficult to remove the electron, and they require very high amount of energy. So that is why the atom which contain if an electronic configuration contain half fill or full fill orbital, then the configuration gets some extra stability, and due to which it is difficult to remove the electron, and for that type of atom it requires always higher energy. So these are the main factors which can affect the ionization enthalpy. Now variation of ionization enthalpy. Variation of ionization enthalpy in a period and in a group. How it changes in a period and in a group. Normally in a period, if you consider lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, as you know from left to right, the size of the atom going on decreasing, and due to decrease in size, ionization enthalpy always going on increasing. So in a period from left to right, ionization enthalpy going on increasing due to decrease in size. And when you consider a group, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, like this, in a group, size of the atom going on increasing from top to bottom, and that's why ionization enthalpy going on decreasing. So have you got it? From left to right, ionization enthalpy going on increasing in a period, and from top to bottom in a group, ionization enthalpy going on decreasing due to increase in size. This is called the variation of ionization enthalpy in a period and in a group. Thank you.